My time with Espina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Wow, what an amazing view! And we can even see some Kaholosaurs here and there. Hey, why don't we try to get a picture with one or two of them in the wild? Well, they're so cute. They probably won't do that. Right? Huh? What's happening over there?
Help! Somebody help us!
Ah! Wild Kaholosaurs are actually biting people! Yeah, those two are in trouble! The legendary traveler and his trusty sidekick Paimon will not stand by idly!
Get back!
Don't panic! Just hang in there!
Finally! Someone's coming. Please help us!
Judging from your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
Yes, I'm Karya, and
Nature to us by now. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the traveler!
Still, it seems that all the Kaholosaurs just ran off. Well, see, you are very skilled at dealing with them. Do you think you could use me as live bait to...
apologies. Varandra has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild Kaholosaurs, and what's this talk about capturing them? Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that a very important clue about the island can be found on Kaholosaurs, so... help a...
Mysterious island?
Yes, believes the key to his research can be found there.
To use a person as live bait?
Then I suppose it's a waste of time. You did rescue Karya and I just now, and I suppose I should express... We should move on, Karya.
Yes, thank you again. My apologies. Varandra really doesn't have the best people skills.
That's all right. Bye now. You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day. Curious. After all, the amazing places we've explored during our curious. Let's get started on our next adventure! But the real question, if anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
Solidify!
Umbrella warfare, I guess! Ha! Feeling lucky?
Quick, let's pack it up. I'm loving this treasure hunt. Watch out! Quick, let's pack it up.
Someone looking for me? Oh, why if it isn't the traveler and his companion. So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything? At the mysterious island. I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people. Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet. Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all Natlan. Once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search. But instead of creations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory.
Oh, that makes sense. So could you tell us how to get to that island?
Oh,
Paimon gets it. This is like a big secret for the people of the spring, so you can't just tell anyone, right?
On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the public.
Oh! Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I'm willing. Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some details. I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors. As of the tribe, I was
It's really hard to believe that could happen.
They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them to justice. The problem is, I would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet.
Oh, Paimon understands now. We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists.
Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be perfectly capable of protecting yourselves, right?
You betcha. If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, he'll take them all down.
Wonderful! Then here, please take this.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora. Did we already earn a bonus?
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets. So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible.
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here.
I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Regular reviews of all kids have to be performed.
This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. But how should we lure those scammers out? Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be before.
from afar looking to visit the mysterious island.
Who the? Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Oh, pardon. Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the legend. Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. Allow me to do the services. Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems together you to have not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island, great honor in.
All right, thank you. Then please guide us onward.
Of course. Please follow me.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Coholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
Ahem.
Oh, you two must be here to seek insight, right?
Ata? Insight?
Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Ata is the elder Coholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Ata is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Coholosaurs. They say that Ata has actually visited the mysterious island before. Therefore, we must rely on Ata's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Coholosaurus elder talk?
You need only slowly approach Ata. Once Ata has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. In the language of the Coholosaurs, I can understand Ata's instructions.
That'll be 10,000 mora per person, which can be extremely taxing for a Coholosaur. Cost to maintain can be quite high, you know.
Mysterious Island, these costs will be quite trivial in the end.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch. With that kind of evidence, there'll be no doubt they're guilty.
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta. You won't ever find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man. Oh, okay.
Speaking, let me listen to what they have to say.
That noise?
Of course. Like I said, only a guide like
I even packaged it up for free.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that? The act and gather some more evidence. Paimon's curious what other tricks these scammers are using. These guys are going way too far. He can't be convicted. But after handing over all the... Oh, alright, then let's get going.
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean we're almost there? Huh. But there wasn't even anything exciting about this journey.
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the mora you spent, that wouldn't make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before sunset. According to Atta's insights, this is the place.
You mean the mysterious island?
Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to say goodbye.
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find, and who says a mysterious island can't look like this?
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us to continue either. We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the Springs to gather evidence of your scamming activities. With these receipts, your scamming days are over.
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh. Let's see. Huh? Wait, all the writing has disappeared.
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track down. You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
Now he's trying to get away! Let's go up! The chief!
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of scamming people.
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against me. Even as the chief, you can't just level accusations without any evidence, right?
Sorry to say it, but he got us. We lost all the evidence we had. Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me! That's my Mora!
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already split the Mora before you let them here.
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your hands, right? There are no receipts to any Mora from them by force.
Take Mora from others by force? Oh, that's an even more serious crime than scamming!
You... Ugh. All right. Sure, I admit that I coaxed them into spending a few times, but I wouldn't go as far as calling it scamming.
We have witnesses standing right here, you know.
Fine. Yes, it was all a scam.
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe!
I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If you even bother guiding others there.
That's a good point. Speaking of,
Along with your previous one about how to get there, the answer is not meant to ever reach it. If you don't meet this to overcome the obstacles along the way. Which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island are open to the public, few have ever made it there.
there's a requirement? What is it?
Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like?
It should probably involve overcoming a lot of hardships with your companions before witnessing some breathtaking sights, uncovering a really touching story, oh, and scoring some super cool treasure at the end.
And therein lies the key point. Overcoming hardships with your companions. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. Therefore, the requirement to reach the island is journeying with your closest friends, the kind of friends you would trust with your life.
So that's the key.
From what I can see, you and Paimon are exactly those kinds of friends. The kind that would trust each other with anything. But, unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to hire someone else, then I'm afraid you could probably never place your lives in the hands of someone you met on a pure monetary basis.
That's true.
But don't feel discouraged. They can also provide you with plenty of exciting adventures. And let me tell you a secret. The elders once told me that beneath these very ruins lies a way to reach the sky.
Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us, we don't give up so easily even when a place is supposedly impossible to visit.
Oh, I can understand. I won't stop you if you're still interested in finding the island. I just recommend finding a guide first who you could trust with your lives.
A guide we could trust with our lives? Oh, who knows when we'll meet someone like that? Oh, we could go...
Pay you for all your help. Thanks again.
Okay, bye-bye!
I do love... Signed by my mother.
Sorry, we don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why? Black floaters look really cool.
May I ask whether you've had some bad luck lately?
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Coholosaur. I nearly drowned. Which is why I want to buy some new ones.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the Nightwind about this once. Black floaters bring bad luck.
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found yourself overheating? Maybe even suffering a little heat stroke?
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling. It's all starting to make sense now.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. According to the experts, bright colors can not only lift your mood, but also bring good luck. I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as a way of celebrating your luck taking a turn for the better.
You'd really do that? Then I'll take one of each.
You got it.
Ahem.
Well, hello there! If it isn't the Traveler in Paimon.
It's been a while, Mualani. Was all that stuff you were saying just now really true? Do pink and blue floaters really bring good luck?
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floaters, a group of Coholosaurs came to the rescue and brought her back to shore.
Whoa, for real?
Let's get back to why you're here. Looking to buy some... Come on, don't... I can give you our guest for me. Well, you've come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island from the legend.
A trip to the mysterious island? Oh.
Do you have any concerns, Mualani?
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Yep, your chief has already made that pretty clear. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely be able to reach the mysterious island.
Then I'll have to explain some things to you first. I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle New, and he's the best guide in the whole tribe. But apparently, even he has never successfully reached the island. With a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. However, going to the mysterious island is different, and I don't know if I can guarantee that. But since it's you two asking, I definitely won't refuse. It's just my duty as a guide to explain these things before I officially agree to go on the journey.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but it seems like we're actually asking a lot. Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend a bunch of trouble just for the sake of finding some
Come on, what are you waiting for?
Oh, Colo's back! Wait for me!
Who's Colo?
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first chief, he's the only other guide who's ever made it to the mysterious island.
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him often. Sounds like this is quite an occasion, though. Let's go check it out. Let me put up the closed sign. Okay, come with me.
Have a look for yourself. As for the people you back, next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone. Indeed. Well done. No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
I wonder how much you made this time.
Oh,
He treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
oh, okay.
But one day,
Allow me to do the talking. You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koho?
Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? By the price.
Yeah.
And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the island requires a lot more than just...
Does he want to
I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, they'd just be another burden. Let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of far below mine? Right? How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I chose to go alone.
Well, I'm different. I'm no ordinary tourist.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fees. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... new student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that...
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter. Waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even set off. As for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his view to refute me?
Harbor some kind of grudge against you, mualani. Or maybe your teacher.
I know.
Paimon thought you'd be more upset.
Of course not. Uncle New has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times now. But it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been on the island. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. Chance of reaching... I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. Uncle New's student. I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
But don't you have that chance now, Mualani? If you'd agree to be our... We'll definitely be able to find the mysterious island. Then you can come back and teach that Koalo a lesson.
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time. Come with me.
Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra.
Oh, and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Excuse me, Miss Guide.
We heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the
I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. But we won't officially be your clients. But you needn't shoulder the responsibility. How does that sound?
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person as Ko'olo.
So you still refuse? Fine. Karia, I'll put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Varamdra?
Please don't. I can't.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Really.
Tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern slope. I'll see you there.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to with our lives.
That's your plan? Very well, then.
Wonderful. On behalf of both Varamdra and I, thank you so much.
We need to get started. Hey, Alapha. I've got some business for you. So much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission, are we?
Oh, no! We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive. We're ready, Lafa.
Your total is 200,000 mora.
Isn't that still a lot for you, Mualani?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem. I'd say that's a deal.
You call that worth of pocket money?
That's not important. Buy some equipment from another store. Come with me. Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kinda rare? I can negotiate the price. What do
One of you looks pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
you... Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you're done with it.
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Finally decided to release a record of your own?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and listening to in secret.
That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides, I haven't even finished listening to that one yet.
I can think of a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind record.
Oh, then we could produce some really...
That's the record also accounted for.
What for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Wind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much, that's a nice way to make the trip a little more pleasant.
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal.
Looks like Mualani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map, it's more like a treasure map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to their student. Which brings us to today. The day I officially ask Uncle Nu for his map.
Whoa, moment!
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't let Uncle Nu down, right?
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Afternoon, Uncle Nu. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
Through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. Feelings are a little complicated now.
Huh?
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle Nu?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that I'm not ready yet. After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the Springs. I'm still a little worried.
Help Molo is no better than Uncle Nu.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please listen to your more Mualani nation.
I understand, Uncle Nu.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take the... Return it to me when you get back from the mysterious island.
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look like a regular spinel fruit to me.
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
Really know me? Alright. Come on. Head off. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
and can't wait for a...
Traveler, Paimon! Over here!
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too!
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more professional.
Don't worry. Very professional guide. Mysterious Island has officially been...
Hey!
First, do you all see the statue here? The Mysterious Island and set up this place. It's a monument. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the Mysterious Island smoother.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential head, something that you aren't knowledgeable about. That's very professional of you.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark... Speaking of which, should we...
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholasaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief...
You're a real pro at this, Mualani!
To the information I've been able to find, Kaholasaurs...
the people of the Springs would know. It so happens that wild Kaholasaurs periodically gather in the valley up ahead. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly disperses again. Map? A clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholasaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be
We've agreed to work together. Everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Kaholosaurs before, so for her that were supposed to be entrusted to her.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Is that so?
Follow me and stay close. Spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never...
Kevin, you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley. Why don't you simply chase them away? You're pretty strong, aren't you?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholosaurs. So we'll almost just make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out...
So, I'd like to ask everyone to help come up middle of the Kaholosaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just run into the same problem.
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure...
When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Kaholosaurs, I wanted to smell, but I'm not sure how useful that information is.
Oh. Oh, that was actually very useful, Miss Kari.
You can just call me Karia.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on... Traveler, Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, they'll still notice us once we get close enough. But this plant can help us solve that problem, because its fragrance is very similar to the scent of...
We're gonna rub plant juice on ourselves?
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Oh, Paimon feels wet and slimy. But this...
Perfect. Okay, let's try to make our way through again. Be sure to stay out of sight. Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. Can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Follow me and stay close. Careful! Don't startle them. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand what they're saying.
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Kaholosaurs.
Sounds like someone has been trying to trick you.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholosaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Kaholosaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it down.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now, right?
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Kaholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logical basis for everything you said after all.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research. That's all.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need for us to argue next time.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Mualani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does this pattern represent?
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any idea what it's trying to get at.
Aha! I got it! Though the lines are kinda rough, I can still see they represent the boundaries between land at Jade Skirt. Is this to...
All that just from some rough lines?
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to pick up on patterns like that. Alright. Okay, this is the place.
To go next.
But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit door around here.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device, long before the humans. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon ones.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility to me before.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research, and so I looked up a lot of related information. Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain I've deduced the geographical features of the island's surrounding areas. Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land, and secondly, concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the flow of phlogiston. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient times may have left behind some devices to control them.
Oh, amazing! Now it all makes sense.
Now everyone's contributing to the team.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island, once you've unlocked the mechanism.
All right, then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston node would be much more appropriate.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking of... Remind...
But it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Gather!
Watch out!
We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem as intuitive to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal so according to the map, we need and will come tumbling from the sky.
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly control it. Let me give it a try. How did it happen?
Arandra that
The adventure been on here like this should be easy.
All right. Then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll go activate the mechanism. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should make it safely.
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even more dangerous, mualani.
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I end up falling in.
But it's so high, and you'll be falling so fast. If we don't manage to to reach a node in time, or if we make a mistake, there's a lot that can happen.
Do you still remember the promise we made before we left Paimon? Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you.
Alrighty. Please be careful.
Carving waves! Now switch to the spirit way on the right! Please, activate the next node!
Paimon heard mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need. We did it, mualani!
The path ends up ahead. Switch to the next spirit way. Traveler!
Got it! Shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need. Mualani, we've taken care of the final node. Please be careful.
Let's ride!
I'm confident I could do it all over again.
Nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another shot.
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
Yes, we need to get to higher ground and take a look.
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's... We must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit way that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Parandra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm very knowledgeable in this area. The spirit ways must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appeared. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. Don't you think that sounds more like the definition of a mysterious island? So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us to the bottomless abyss.
He does seem to have a point.
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
But didn't we all agree to trust each other?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own way.
Possible. I will not agree to that.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you don't have to—
If we're to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our control. How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first and investigate the whirlpool. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll come back to convince you.
Well,
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
Just the thought of going in there is making Paimon dizzy.
Do you also think that this is a reckless decision?
What?
It's okay. Completely normal. I completely understand how just how the experiences passed down from generation to generation are what give us the ability to guide our guests through hardships. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that we must bear the consequences of our mistakes and judgment, which could be quite dire this time. Although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the whirlpool, I still don't know what awaits us inside. If the scholars still choose to reject my plan, I won't have the confidence to ask them to only— So if you think, then it's perfect up here.
Honey?
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us before, Mualani. Now it's our turn to trust you. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom. After an experience like that, what's so scary about being sucked into a whirlpool?
Aw, Paimon. Come on, bring it in again.
All right. Let's investigate this whirlpool and see if we can gather any info to convince that matters of luck aside. He definitely knows a lot of geography and
Sure. I'll get closer to the water and have another look.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon, or does the whirlpool seem to be getting smaller?
You're right. Maybe it's just like the phlogiston nodes and can only be active for a certain amount of time.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karia? What are you doing here?
I tried to persuade him, but Varamdra insisted on verifying his theory first. He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few steps, the water suddenly began to surge and he was swept away. I'm not much of a swimmer, so I came to call for help.
Oh, why did this have to happen now? Can we still make it into the whirlpool?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which way he went, Karia.
Oh, why did this have to happen now?
No time to hesitate.
came in. Thank goodness you're all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Oh, didn't I tell you to wait for me?
Judging by the changes in the water's surface, the path to the mysterious island wouldn't be around for long. I didn't want to miss this opportunity. It's just... I didn't expect my calculations to be wrong.
Well, the whirlpools have disappeared!
Seems we missed our chance. Do you think I'd let anyone in my group drown?
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karia. I think if I reactivate the nodes, it'll cause the whirlpools to reappear. And I suggest... I like... that place right over there.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the tent.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. Oh, and here's a little camping tip. It's best to set the tent upwind from the campfire. What do you think? This is a specialty dish I learned to make that's perfect for camping.
It really hits the spot. You're a great cook, Mualani.
Karia helped out quite a bit, so she deserves some credit too.
No. I'm just happy I was able to help out.
What was that sound? Oh, it's scary to camp out at night.
Don't worry. Remember the record player I bought? Let me go turn it on. Listen. Not bad, right?
Wow, so it worked!
Always better to trust our traditions.
Guess that makes sense.
In a sense, this trip to the mysterious island is also a custom left behind by the first chief of the tribe. I wonder what kind of experience he's trying to share with us.
Yeah, Paimon would like to know too.
Even though I've heard my story, and even the first person to become friends with the Kaholosaurus.
That sounds
Parts bear his footprints. Even come close to the mysterious island. He laid aside his yearning for adventure and chose to settle down. That's how the tribe was founded. It really makes me wonder what the journey meant to him. Everyone needs to help make it more lively. How about this? Before we
Going to go...
You ought to agree to ideas from the one who rescued you today.
Yeah, she's right.
All right. So what do the rules stipulate for a bonfire party?
And then we'll take the purpose of a journey.
Paimon can go first. If you ask Paimon what the purpose of a journey is, it'd definitely be about treasure and all kinds of delicious food. And most importantly, it's about making the trip together with your companions.
Yes, I can't agree more. Okay, next person. How about you, Traveler? You sure are taking your time thinking it. It's quite possible that your experience traveling is more than what I have as a guide. It's understandable that you can't explain it off the top of your head. Why don't I circle back to you later? You
About my travels. Well, this is actually my first time traveling, so I don't have anything useful to contribute.
That doesn't matter. This is a party around the bonfire, not some research seminar.
All right. If I had to say what the meaning of a journey is, I'd say it provides an opportunity for true companionship. Before you reach the destination, you don't need to think about anything outside the trip itself. As long as you stick together with your companions, you won't have any trouble to worry about.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm on too!
Uh-huh. I hope that didn't sound too silly.
All right, now it's Varamdra's turn.
All right, if you insist. In my opinion, our goals and dreams in life are all in pursuit of what we call results. The so-called journey is but a path that leads to...
I get what you mean.
There's nothing difficult to understand. It's the same as the journeys would become all but meaningless. Before coming here, someone had stolen the results of one of my research projects. All that person had to do was sign his name on my achievements, and he was able to take all of the honors. The journey is meaningless.
I sympathize with your...
As long as I can reach the mysterious island and find the correct results, my pain and stress will become just another argument. I must make it to the mysterious island, and if I have to entrust my life to someone else to goal...
If the reach the destination, it would be disrespectful of my duties as a guide if I were just taking tourists straight to where they wanted to go. It's my hope to also make everyone feel happy along the way to their destination. That is what I would truly call a journey. And that, I'm not too worried about that. All right, that's it for this round. Since it's still early, how about we tell some horror stories next?
Huh? Oh, now... Paimon slept so well. Oh, Mualani and the others seem to be up already. Let's go see what they're up to.
We're in luck. The Flageodes were recharged. We were practicing all morning so they could get the hang of control.
Is now really the time to be teasing us? Don't forget that the whirlpools won't last all day.
He's right. We should really hurry. Paimon accidentally swallowed some water. Ugh, so scary. What is this place?
I can't believe it. There are subterranean caverns under the water.
Mualani was right!
Let's see where this cave leads. Come with me. According to the map, we need to head downward? Okay. Don't be afraid, everyone. Jump down with me.
Is that lava up ahead?
It appears these caves were formed by volcanic activity.
I see. Then the spirit waves were affecting lava deep underground. Altering the lava's flow created temporary holes which allowed us to follow the water's current and enter this underground space. Yes, it can all be explained in theory now.
Are all scholars from Sumeru like this?
Underground space?
It appears we haven't reached our destination yet. Let's keep... Amazing!
Let's ride!
Keep going. We'll be able to see more clearly up ahead. Watch your step. Follow closely, everyone. Heads up! These volcanic caves aren't very stable, so watch out for falling rocks. Need a surfboard? Faster! Careful, more falling...
What a maze! There's lava everywhere! Oh.
Let's look around together and see what we can find.
Very well. It would indeed be useful to collect some environmental samples here.
There are plants growing here?
There's nothing unusual about that. This is spinel fruit, which often grows around places with lava. Wait, it is a little strange. This isn't ordinary spinel fruit. It's the same as the one on this talisman.
Isn't that the talisman your teacher gave you?
Yes. In which case, could Uncle New have been here before? But he clearly told me that he'd never made it to the mysterious island. I'll be sure to ask him about it once we get back.
There's so much lava, and it's getting pretty hot.
The lava here doesn't look very stable. I'm afraid we can't stay here for long.
From here, the light seems to be getting brighter. Speaking of...
A distant light. Wait, there seems to be a mark that matches that on the map.
Miss Guide, it seems Varamdra has also discovered something.
I've got it! I've got it! Do you see that golden light in the distance? I'm positive that's the mysterious island. That's where we should go next.
Really?
I'm a scholar from the Academia Spantamad Darshan. I specialize in ores and minerals. When I first heard the legend of the mysterious, I took to known as under certain environmental conditions, large amounts of lava are quickly cooled, which then results in this ore. Since the ore can't be moved in time, it begins to accumulate, resulting in the alluring golden glow. If I'm not mistaken, there'll be a large pool of lava up ahead, and the mysterious island will be floating on the lava. An entire island of vulcanite ore!
So you mean we really found the mysterious island?
Rejoice! Even a small piece of that ore will be priceless.
Really? Then let's hurry!
Wait, Paimon. We should head back now.
Why?
What are you saying?
This map is covered with symbols and riddles, but there's one thing that's written clearly. When you see the golden light, then go the opposite way. What you just said may be correct, but that golden place isn't the island my ancestors once visited.
Are you joking?
We can't be fooled by the thought of treasure.
You thought I'm after treasure?
Oh, he's acting weird again.
After my previous findings were stolen, I began a new area of research. And this ore is the core of my research. As long as I can bring this ore back, my theories will be proven beyond any doubt, and I will be able to reclaim everything I have lost. To me, this result that...
As we agreed before, please trust my judgment.
Don't want outsiders to take it, do you?
She's not that kind of person, Varamdra.
The result is right before my very eyes. I won't give up here.
Oh no! Is it just sun or...
These monsters. Looks like is becoming out of these monsters.
Stabilize!
Look alive! Traveler, Paimon, please take care of Karya. I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Mualani?
I can... Faster! The cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry. More falling rocks. Okay, what's this? Over there! Oh, looks like I'm just in time.
It's right there! I'm almost there!
Look carefully. You can't get through the lava. Die.
You have the ability to move over the lava. Won't be able to question your abilities anymore. Why you...
Come with me.
No!
They're back!
I've brought him back.
Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
You're welcome. It's getting dangerous here, so we need to find a way out.
No, I refuse! I can still stand! Let me go back!
Seriously? How can you be so childish at a time like this?
Varamdra!
Whoa.
I've always believed that you're the most talented person I've ever met. Even if your research was stolen and you didn't get any credit, I never doubted it. I believe that even if you won't obtain any results this time, you'll still succeed. I won't allow my dearest senior to die here because of his own stubbornness.
Karia.
She's finally opening up. And it seems like she's just the person we need to talk some sense into him.
Mualani, the lava is almost here!
Don't panic. It seems like the trick that Uncle New taught me is finally going to be put to use.
Where did all these Kaholosaurs come from?
No time to explain. Just get on.
Got it, got it!
Let's take a head count. 1, 2, 3. That's what I call good luck. I think our fortune can only get better from now.
Depressed, you'll scare our good luck away!
Actually, according to the map, we still have one more leg of the journey.
Oh? Then which way should we go? Wait, aren't we back?
Come on.
So, what's the point of coming back here again?
Here, look! Some hidden words appeared on the statue after I touched it.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Congratulations, guide from the future. You have completed a challenge that even I found ambitious. And now, I finally have the chance to tell you my story. You may have heard later the best guide in all, facing countless dangers to prove myself. Time after time, I ventured where others didn't dare, never failing to bring back rare treasures. My fame was second to none. And yet, I never felt satisfied. So I found a new goal, a challenge that no one had ever achieved before. The legendary, mysterious island. Another chance to prove myself. Unfortunately, my friends who had traveled with me all this time had grown tired of my nonsense. Instead of praise, they now showered me with words of caution. Perhaps this journey was one that I had to complete alone. But luckily, they decided to once again put up with my antics. Just as before, they came up with ingenious ways to help me move forward. They never let me down, even when I had to place my life in their hands. And they always trusted my judgment, even when it took a lot of courage. In the end, just as ever, we found the result we came for. But that golden glow was baiting me towards death. It was the glow of a rare ore, but it was also the warning sign of an impending eruption. Maybe if I pressed on and put my life on the line, I could get the result I wanted. And yet, there was a chance I'd same choice as you. Everyone was disappointed that their last... Perhaps the treasure I had really been searching for had been right here with me, all along. So, I decided to end my long journey and find a safe place for my hard-earned treasure. To me, this is the real mysterious...
Inscriptions disappeared! Actually, we're the people of the
that the elders once told, allowing the island to become what... Yeah. I think I...
If that's the case, the formation here, what I've been chasing all this time, only an illusion that can be seen from far away?
Verondra.
Our journey is not yet over. As we agreed, please come back to the people of the Springs with me. Then we'll officially complete this journey. Looking for will also be useful to you.
I don't remember Sam. Lonnie's teacher about.
I always knew you'd return safe
To return the talisman. Yes, same journey. But why?
Hidden inscriptions on the stone tablet disappeared as soon as into contact with volcanic dust. Only those who have been to that underground space will be contaminated and be able to see us. If you choose to boast about your deeds, you will receive the highest honor. But the legend of the mysterious island would be destroyed. If you choose to remain silent, then the mysterious island will remain a legend and continue to attract the next generation of young guides to rise to the challenge. In the end, my companions and I all chose the latter.
Oh, I get it now.
But not being able to tell anyone...
That Koolo, who claims to have been to the island, hasn't actually completed the trip.
What?
Right. Jaime remembers that Koolo said that he went to the mysterious island alone. But there's no way he could have been able to use the spirit ways.
He deliberately went to find Mualani, probably mysterious adventurers, let alone treasure hunters. The greatest responsibility of a guide is to take the client to their destination safely. But in the process, we also gain much skill and experience at overcoming danger. This allows us to go to places that no one else can reach, that no thieves would rush to the other side of the lava lake, regardless of the consequences, rather than good guides who would turn around and save their friends. This is why the first chief left behind the legend and the map. To lure younger generations into taking up the challenge, thereby teaching them everything he had learned. Aside from me, chief's intentions. So they've also made pacts with their companions.
On the results.
Sir, I've given up on merely one result. I haven't given up on everything. Given her talent and qualifications, Mualani was well within her rights to choose the top-ranked guide Koolo as her teacher, but she chose me. I believe I was able to cultivate such an outstanding student and witness her completion of the legendary challenge precisely because I didn't become someone like Koolo. If instead of looking at one single journey, we look at my entire career as a guide, I'd say I have not returned empty-handed. What about you?
Karia, I've come up with a new research topic. Would you like to continue working as my assistant?
You're the same as always, Varamdra. You always have to find evidence before coming to a conclusion. In any case, I can't give you an answer right now.
Karia!
Because you haven't prepared the proposal yet. Shouldn't you finish that first before recruiting assistants? How could you forget?
Yes, of course. I'll certainly prepare all the necessary details.
But I've always found your proposals fascinating, so I'm sure I won't be able to turn you down this time either.
Perhaps the treasure I'm seeking has been by my side the entire time. No. To be more precise, it's been with me even before I set out on this journey.
I understand, Varamdra.
It appears this guest has also found his answer.
It seems he's finally put two and two together.
There's nothing to worry about. It's just like Karia said. I can start some new research and reclaim everything I've lost.
But it seems he's still as stubborn as before.
Now, it's your turn to make the choice, Mualani.
But, Uncle New, I'm sure anyone who can complete the journey to the island would make the same choice, right?
Very good. Then there's nothing more I can teach you. Here, take this talisman again. You can pass it on to your student in the future.
Looks like it's also our time to say goodbye. You've taken great care of us throughout our journey. As thanks, I'm also willing to keep the journey a secret.
Then remember, the next time you come to visit the people of the Springs, you know where to find friends for help.
Friends? I suppose we are theoretically friends now. Yes. When I...
Taken our leave. To see you all.
You're back already. So, as news student, did you manage to find the mysterious island?
What are you doing here all of a sudden?
With my life.
You... Seems you really learned a lot from New about how to make yourself feel better. I knew it. How could anyone ever reach the island with so many hindrances?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What? Why are you all looking at me like that? The elders of the tribe also gave me that same look. What's that supposed to mean? New! I've already proven that I'm stronger than you. I've been to even more dangerous places and found far more precious treasures. I've even been to the mysterious island. Why do you still look at me as if my words don't bother you at all?
Koholo, even if you had never been to the island, no one would deny your abilities. But as for what we would deny about you, only you can find the answer to that.
Me?
So now, our trip to the mysterious island is officially finished, right?
Yeah, but I have one more place I want to show you. Come with me. This is the place. From what I've heard, if we take a group photo here, it'll bring us good luck. I'm sure of it.
What made you think of taking a group photo?
Well, we completed our trip to the mysterious island together, so of course we need a memento to keep.
You've earned the greatest honor for a guide. Yet, you can only walk away with a photo of your friends. You're pretty amazing, Mualani. You really sacrificed a lot for your tribe.
Would you call it a sacrifice? I don't really think so. Actually, after hearing Uncle New's answer, I have this vague feeling that after all that we've been through together, the results don't matter anymore. Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if you get me or not.
No, I get it.
Traveler.
So that's your answer, huh? To the meaning of a journey? It's a good one. Then let's make this group photo yet another part of your journey.
Yep, Paimon's ready!
3, 2, 1. Kaholasaur!
Add Astro. Thank you for complete.
Thank you for joining me, traveler. I'm Mualani, a guide from the people of the Springs. If you need anything, just... Whoa, what a lineup! We'll be unstoppable!